guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. I'm Color Mama, and today I'm super excited because I'm filming my very first haul video with you guys. So I'm gonna do something a little different. These are supplies and books that I pretty much picked up over the last 3 months, so summer where I'm located. And I don't think any of the books are things, or really probably any of the supplies are things that you guys haven't seen before. So with the books, as I'm quickly showing you the book, I'm going to pick a page from the book that if I were to right in the moment sit down and start coloring in the book, that's the page I would pick. So some of them might be my current favorites, some of them might just be whatever is drawing me to them right now, but I just wanted to do something a little different because I know that these are probably books that you have all seen before. So I thought that I would share what page I would color in each of my books that I've picked up over the last few months if I were to start coloring in it right this second. So I'm excited. I'm going to get these books moved out of the way and get started. Okay, so first up is Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlzon. And I don't own very many Hannah Carlzon books. In fact, I only own this one and Tales from the Witch's Cottage. But I've been watching a lot of other people's rank and rate videos lately. And a lot of people really like this one, so I thought that I would try it out. So I'm not gonna go super in-depth flipping through this. I'm just gonna kind of look at the pages, and like I said, I'm gonna choose a page that if I were to start coloring in this book right this second, it's the page that I would choose. And this is, I can tell, already gonna be hard because I really like this page, and I really like this page as well. I actually haven't flipped through this book yet. Wow, okay. This is going to be a really hard choice for sure. I think one thing that has deterred me from getting more Hannah Carlzon books are I've never done a portrait before, and she does have a lot of portraits in her books, but I really love the artwork, and I would probably own every single Hannah Carlzon book just so that I could look through the artwork, even if they're ones that I might not be as interested in coloring in. Definitely like the foresty vibe of this one. Another reason that I chose it. Oh, I really like that one too. But as you guys probably know if you've watched my other videos, I am not very confident in coloring animals. So I don't know that I would want to sit down right this second and color any of these animal pages, even though they're super duper cool. I'm very excited for this book, but yeah, I think I know what page I would sit down and color if I were to color in this book right now. And let's see, where did it go? Yep, it would be this one. I would just go full into a double page Hannah Carlzon spread. It's not that I've never colored Hannah Carlzon before, so I guess that makes it slightly less intimidating. I don't think I've ever done a double page spread before, but I am loving this page, and this is the page that is definitely calling my name right this second. So if I were to sit down and start coloring in this book right now, I would start this page. I love it. I love the flowers. I don't know if she just does her own flowers or if they're based off of something, but I just love this type of flower that she's done. I love the mushrooms. They look so realistic, especially these ones. Yeah. So that is Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. Next up, I have been getting Japanese books off of Etsy. I know a lot of people get them off of Amazon Japan. It was just easier for me to get them off of Etsy, and they're in great condition and actually came very quickly. I was surprised. So this is Looking for the Bell of Happiness, and I wrote down the author somewhere. Not sure if I'm saying it right. Naji Iku. I don't know. Someone can tell me how to properly pronounce that, because I'm not sure. But I definitely saw this book on someone's channel. Don't remember where, but I don't see it as often. So it's a little bit more of one of the ones I don't see quite as frequently, but again, funny that I am just not confident in drawing animals and then get all these books with animals, because this one is about cats. So there's quite a few cats. There's actually maybe not a cat in this page. Oh no, there is. Tiny little cat in the back of the truck. This will be a new artist for me and is a little bit of a different style. Especially the eyes on the cats. I am not sure how to color those, so I'm hoping there's some inspo pages out there. I really like this one, and I really like this one. I saw this one first and thought, oh, that's definitely a contender, and then I saw this one and thought that is also definitely one that I would want to sit down and color right now. Let's keep looking though. I believe it's supposed to be kind of somewhat of a story as well. It doesn't have words, but I think that's the idea. This will be a hard page to color because I don't know what to do with this town. Lots of scenes in this book, it seems like. You have the town scenes, the market scene, the garden. Nothing wrong with that by any means, but definitely a lot of different scenes. This one's very cute. Beach. That's fun. Boats. Another garden type of scene. Also lots of double page spreads. I think I've seen more double page than single page spreads. Okay. Yeah, I think that if I were to sit down and start coloring this book right now, the page I would want to start is this one. Hard decision between these two, but I'm thinking it would probably be this one. I like the sleeping cat. I love to color flowers. So yeah, if I were to start something in this book right this second, I would choose this page. With the sleeping cat. So that is Looking for the Bell of Happiness. And again, this is a book that I got in an Etsy order. And I can link the Etsy shop, there we go, as well, if in the description. This was also from that same Etsy order. And this is, I believe, this is just based off of Google Translate, but A Journey to the Land of Fairies and Magic by Erie. And this will be my second Erie book that I've added to my collection. And I think what drew me to this was the kind of the fantasy aspect. I think I saw this one colored recently. It feels familiar. But yeah, there's also some kind of holiday pages. Wondering if this is starting with Christmas, because we have ornaments. Yeah, it must be. This looks like Christmas. These look like they're supposed to be Christmas trees. So I don't know if all her books go through the seasons, but I'm kind of feeling like they do. I don't know if I've ever had a book that starts with Christmas though. These are like Halloween. I really like that one. But would I sit down and color a Halloween page right this second since it's August? I don't think so, but I really like that one. Oh, I really like this one as well. And obviously, like, the pages that I might color right in this moment might be pages that if I was looking at this book tomorrow or even later today, maybe I would choose something different. So that was kind of what I wanted to do, just to make this haul a little bit more fun, because I know everybody's seen these books, is pick the page that I would want to color right this second. And I really like this one too. But I might like this one so much that I would be nervous about doing it as the first page in the book. I don't know. Some super cool pages in here. This is also another book that I haven't really sat down and flipped through since I got it, just because I wanted to kind of save that for this video. I also recently saw someone coloring this one, and it looks so cool. I really like that page too, but I don't know that I would want to start it now. I think that's the thing too, is sometimes you have favorite pages, but they get put off on getting started because once you color them, then they're colored. Oh, and then it looks like there's some kind of postcards in the back. That's cool. Actually, I really like that. I really like that Halloween page. I just don't think I would sit down and color it in August. But I'm also not really that much of a seasonal colorist. I still don't think I would start it though. I'm not very good at coloring people either, like animals, but at least there's not a lot of skin on this one. And I mean either of these ones. Yeah, I think that if I were to sit down and start coloring a page in this book right now, it would probably be this one. Again, I love flowers. I love her dress. I might cheat and say the postcard that's similar to this one. So maybe this postcard. Just to kind of get started. But I think this one, if I was going to choose like a full page that I would start on right now, I would choose this one. Like I said, I just love her dress. I love the idea of the flower swing. I love coloring flowers. I think that I could think of something for the background. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this page. And that's from A Journey to the Land of Fairies and Magic by Erie. Again, part of my Etsy order of Japanese books. Hopefully this video doesn't end up being too long. I will try to go a little bit quicker. So this is the last book that I got from that Etsy order, and it's Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends by, I think it's Makiko Anatome is how you say it. I know I wrote it down, but I don't want to take off the dust jacket. And I actually have colored one in this book. It would have been in my completed pages for July. So if I were to choose another page that if I were to sit down and color in this book right now, as you can see, I think I already know what page it would be, but I just wanted to quickly flip through again. I did flip through this one, obviously, when I was choosing that page to color. I like this one, again, for kind of a autumn feel. This book does go through the seasons very clearly. Yeah, if I were to sit down and start a page from this book right now, it would be this one. Specifically the wreath page. I'm not so much of a fan of this page. I would obviously want to make them match like I did the other page, but this wreath page is the page that I would want to sit down and start coloring if I were to start coloring this book right now. So that's Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends by Makiko Anatome. The last part of my Japanese Etsy coloring book order. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to talk about with some of these next books are, I am very much a, I don't know if I'd say budget colorist, but I tend to only buy books that I know I'll color in, and I can be kind of picky, as well as I don't like to spend a ton of money on books at one time. And so something that I've been doing in this video, I don't get anything for talking about this in this video or anything, is I use the app Fetch, so F-E-T-C-H. I'm not sure if it's available everywhere, but it's something that I'm able to use where I'm located. And it's one of those like receipt scanner apps. So you can scan receipts and you get points, and then you can convert the points to gift cards. And then you can also like play games on your phone and earn points and things like that. So I have been using that app and have actually managed over the last couple months to get around $80 worth of gift cards. And so I used those gift cards to buy a lot of these books off of Amazon. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit, because I know sometimes watching these videos, when I watch other people's, I am so jealous that they're able to get a bunch of books, and I just wanted to throw that out there, that a lot of these books I was able to get with those gift cards. And that's something that I plan to keep doing regularly, is using those points to earn the gift cards and then using the gift cards to get coloring books. And so this was from that one of those Amazon orders. And I'm really excited about this one. I've never owned a Coloring Haven. They're hard to get where I'm at. And this is by a Gotapop, whose illustrations are also on Etsy. And they are in kind of my wish list on Etsy. And I haven't bought any of their PDFs yet, but I saw this book on Amazon of all places and decided to get it and see how I like the art style. And I kind of flipped through this one a little bit and I really love it. I like the small pictures. I know some people don't like the small picture type thing, but the cool thing about this book is it goes through the months. So you get these small pictures and then you'll get like a shelf for each month. So small pictures. I must have missed the shelf for January. There it is. And then the shelf. So, I mean, I think this book is pretty easy to pick which one. I don't think I would color a month that's already passed, but I do want to see if I would rather color August or September, because even though it's not September yet, I might want to color September, but yeah, I really like this August page already. Definitely gives the summer feel. And then I guess too, would I color the shelf or would I color the smaller pictures? Let's look at the small pictures. Let's look at September. September is definitely a more autumn feel. Yeah, it's definitely. I definitely think I'd stick in the August section then. I think I would color the shelf. If I were to start in this book right now, yeah, I would start with this August shelf because there's lots of different elements to color. It has a very summery feel and it's August, so definitely a book I'm excited about. That's Tiny Year by a Gotapop. Okay, next, also from Amazon in one of those orders with the Amazon gift cards is another small illustration book. So Tiny Magical Illustrations, practice coloring book. I know who this is by. Oh, yeah, Rita Prince. I was like, where is the author? Again, I like this style, these little pictures. I know some people don't really like them, but I do. I think that they're good practice, and there's something that you can do quickly. Sometimes I will bring books like this that have the smaller illustrations with me if I'm going somewhere, and because I only bring a select number of pencils, so if I need a different color combination or something for a page I'm working on and it's not with me, then I can just, you know, open one of these books and color one of the small images. Cats, people, flowers. Of course, I love the flowers. I like coloring food too. I'm not necessarily very good at it. It looks like, yeah, I have this one tagged, I think, because I wanted to practice coloring the glass. A couple scenes. If I were to sit down and start coloring a page in this book right now, I think it would be the flowers. Again, as you can see, I really like the color flowers. I must be in an extra flowery mood today because I picked a lot of pages, I think, that have flowers. So, yep. I'm going to go with this page. If I were to sit down and start coloring in this book right now, I would start coloring this flower page. That's from Tiny Magical Illustrations Practice Coloring Book by Rita Prince. Part of an Amazon order. Again, part of an Amazon order, Luna by Maria Troll. And I own some, like, quite a bit older Maria Troll books. This is probably the newest one that I have gotten. I do like that, and that's the cover, right? I've been coloring so many fairy houses this month, but of course, that's the page that caught my eye. I'm definitely a little bit more intimidated by this book than the other ones so far. There's a lot of pages in here that I really like, but I'm just not sure how to color. But I think it's an easy choice that if I were to start in this book right now, I would start on this double page spread. Again, more flowers. I really like, I know that these are a certain type of flower. Don't know what they're called, but I really like them. And I really like the way she draws them. I think the only thing I would struggle with on this page is the background and the bird. She puts a lot of birds in her pictures, at least in some of the other books that I own, and I never quite know how to color them. But yeah, if I were to start in this book right now, I would start on yet another flower page. Good thing I'm not starting on all these pages, or I would have a lot of flowers to color. But that's from Luna by Maria Troll. Next up, also part of an Amazon order, is A Million Mermaids, Magical Creatures to Color. This one has tabs in it because I did pick this book out as part of the Lulu Mayo scavenger hunt for this month. So I will be coloring in this book this month, hopefully. But as far as if I were to start a page right this second, what page would I want to start? was one that caught my eye. This one. I like both of these pages though. Which one would I think I would probably start this one, just because it's a little bit more of a smaller illustration. And I don't color very many of her illustrations, haven't colored very many of her illustrations. So I think I would want to start with this one. However, there's more background on this one to color. Yeah, I still think I would start with this one. So if I were to choose a page to start right now in this book, this is the one that has caught my attention. And that is from A Million Mermaids by Lulu Mayo. Let's see, this book, put over here, it's more of a supply kind of thing. Next is Rita Berman's Hidden Earth coloring book. I have already finished a page in this book as well, and I believe that will be in my August completed pages. So I'll try to skip over that one. But if I were to choose another page to start coloring in this book, which I really like this book. I waited a long time to get it. I love this page, but I don't know that I would be starting it right now because I just love it too much. I know I almost chose this page over the page that I did choose to color this month, and I am still really liking this page. Might be that one. Yeah. I think that if I were to start a page right now, it would be this one. I really like the fruit on this page, the flowers. So yeah, if I were to start another page in this book right now, I would choose this one. And that's from Rita Berman's Hidden Earth. Also part of, actually the last part of an Amazon order. And the final book I have to show you was also in my I believe, what video did I show this in? I had a WIP in here, so it must have been in my completed pages video as well. My daughter has been playing with the color sheet here. But this is just a for fun book. I saw some other people doing color by numbers. They've never really been something that I'm not interested in, but I saw this one and I liked the illustrations, and I thought that maybe it would help kind of just get me out of a coloring slump. I haven't worked on this since I showed it in the other video. But yeah, it's nice and thick, more than 90 coloring pages. And I just mess around and use like acrylic markers, and it's just for fun, something that mindless coloring, as a lot of people call it. I actually was watching this movie recently with my daughter as well. Yeah, if I were to start a page in this book right now, I like that one. I mean, there's a lot to choose from. This is a very, very thick book. It basically goes through the entire movie. And is pictures from scenes from the movie. I think I like this one. If I were to start a page right now in this book, I think I would start this one. So Stitch playing in the sand. All right, and that is all the books I have to show you. Now some supplies and other coloring things that I picked up over the last couple months. I did get this color charts book just to have all of my swatches in one book. I've done the Prismacolors and I've done the castle arts. I still have a lot of other stuff to do, but I just haven't come back to this yet. There was something else that I wanted besides this book, and I'll talk about that in another video, but unfortunately it was sold out. So I decided to just get this for now because I do still want something that I can have them all in. And I have been using it and for the Prismacolors and the castle arts to go back and look. Let me see. The paper is just, I mean, it's not great paper. So there's some supplies that I'm not sure how they'll go, but I mean, it's double-sided, so it's not a big deal. Just pop something in the back of it when you're swatching. And it's gonna have plenty of room for all the supplies I currently have and any future supplies. So that's color charts. I have no idea how to say this person's name, Yasmin Eldahan. Picked that up. And then these are super cool. So I got these from Steph Colors on Instagram, and I believe she now also is posting videos on her YouTube channel. But I saw these on her Instagram, and so I downloaded them and printed them out. They were free. They're just little work in progress bookmarks. So it has the book, illustrator page, start to finish, materials used, notes, if it's a buddy color, and then on the back it has color swatches. So yeah, I printed more than 3 out, but printed these out, and those are from Steph Colors. So make sure to go over and check her out on Instagram. And I believe you can find these pinned in her posts. And there's also a link to Buy Me a Coffee, which is where she has these at. Next, I got the Faber-Castell 24 set of polychromos. So I wanted to try these out. I actually bought them from an art store instead of online. I went physically to the art store. If they had had the largest set, I probably would have bought them, just because I feel like it can be so hard to try out a new pencil when you don't have all the possible colors to make good color combinations. But they didn't, and I'm glad that they didn't, because I'm still getting used to these and I don't know how I like them. I know a lot of people love polychromos. And it, like I said, it could be because I just have a smaller set, so it's harder to do as many color combinations. I've used them a couple times. I used them in 2 completed pages that I did for July. The Rooms of Wonder fish page and the Fairy Tales and Folklore, I'm just calling it the birthday page. And they were fine, but I'm so used to Prismacolors, and they just felt really different. I had a hard time blending them. So yeah, I don't know that I'll be getting, especially because you'll see something else that I got later. I don't know if I'll be getting a bigger set, or I might just stick with this 24 set and use the 24 set for now. But those are the Faber-Castell Polychromos colored pencils. Next, I got this pencil case. You'll probably see if I do a supply video that I have a giant pencil case. I mean, probably like 2 or 3 of these put together. And it's just really hard to take anywhere. It's very cumbersome even opening it up and getting the pencils out because it's so large. So I need to actually get more of these, and eventually I'll be replacing that big one with just small ones for probably each individual set. But I'm very excited because this is for these. So I went ahead and bought the Faber-Castell Albert Dürer watercolor pencils. Not sure if I'm saying Albert Dürer right, but these just got here this morning. This is a birthday present to myself because my birthday is coming up. And I was really on the fence about watercolor pencils because I've never used watercolor pencils before. These aren't cheap, but I've been watching some videos on them and just kind of seeing how other people use them. And a lot of people were saying that even using them dry is great. And so for me, this felt like the better investment than more polychromos, because polychromos aren't watercolor pencils. So if these really do work nicely, both wet and dry, then I would just stick with these. And yep, I went for the full 120 set. The other thing about these is I did get them off Amazon. So if I'm not liking them, or I don't think that I'm going to use them as frequently as, honestly, as frequently as the Prismacolors, then I can send them back. I don't think I'm going to want to do that. But I'm very excited to try them out and see how they are. As you can see, like they literally just got here this morning. I haven't even opened the packaging yet, but this is the case that I plan to put them in because it's a 120 case. And yeah, I'm excited to try them out and see how I like them. I think there will definitely be a learning curve. So same with the polychromos. I'm not giving up on them. I'm still going to use them and continue to learn with them and stuff. And I'm sure that these will have a learning curve as well. And I believe that that is everything that I got so far this summer. I did recently put in another Etsy order, only 2 books. And those are just, again, kind of part of what I wanted for my birthday. But I don't plan on really getting anything else this month that supplier book wise. So I don't know if I'll have anything for another haul anytime soon. But I am saving up those points on the Fetch app to get some more gift cards and use those gift cards towards more Amazon books. And then I have that Etsy order coming. I think probably good on supplies for a little while. I have some new stuff to try out with these and the polychromos, and I have other supplies that I hardly ever use that I just need to use more of. But yeah, I am so excited to use these, if you can't tell. That's everything that I have today. And like I said, anything else that I get as far as like book wise, I also planning on doing a coloring book collection, so videos, so those could show up in there if they are here. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, let me know by liking the video, and then also let me know what your favorite book is that I had in this haul. If you own any of them, which one's your favorite? Also, let me know your comments about these pencils and any tips that you have, or anything that might help me with the learning curve. So feel free to comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.